Hi everybody and welcome to General Mechanics. Just thought I'd do a quick vid for you today, just to show you how I'm getting on with the Ford KA with the welding. As you can see, I'm pretty much finished in here now. I've welded up the massive hole that was here today and finished off a few little holes that were here. I've just cut out what was left of the rot over here and just welded it up. Like I say, the welds ain't brilliant, but they're strong. They're not going to break, so that's all I'm worried about. The silver paint you can see is my own version of a chassis saver. Basically, it's just a cheap tin of silver metallic paint. Then what I do is I just mix a little bit of like hammerite rust treatment in with it, so it does sort of a two-in-one job. So as you can see, it does look pretty good. I will go over with some seam sealer once it's dried, just to make it that little bit more waterproof. So that's how we're getting on in here, which at the moment is not too bad. But the underside is still needing a bit more work. I don't know if you can see with this light, but this side's been double welded now. I got under here and welded all this up. This has now been seam sealed, which has now gone rock hard. But today I did find just a little bit more rust in here, so I've already started to clean it up. I'm going to cut what's left of the rust out, put a new patch of metal in. They don't really build these KAs to last, that's for sure. I've still got to do the little patch in here. This needs doing here and here. I'm going to get a thicker piece of metal for that though, so it's nice and strong. And then on the passenger side, here's my homemade chassis saver here. This paint I get from Proper Jobs, £1. It's just silver metallic, and I mix hammerite rust treatment in with it, and it just makes a really good cheap rust repair paint. In here is all being re-seamed because all the seams were going in here and water was getting into the cabin. As you can see, I've re-seamed it all up here. Just bought the cheap brush on stuff. Then I've gone over it with some underseal, just sprayed it everywhere, even on the dampers, just makes it look a bit cleaner in here. Here I found a whacking girt hole. So I've welded that up now, and I've just put some seam sealer on it. I'm just waiting for that to go off, and then I'll put some of this homemade chassis saver on it, and then go over with some more underseal. But as you can see, it's starting to look pretty good now. We're getting there. That's the main thing. I could probably show you the underside now with the back that I re-welded as well. There's the exhaust that I made for it. Again, this is just a cheapy job. This was actually for a Peugeot, this exhaust, so I just made a few cutouts here. Bear in mind, this isn't my welding here. This was done by the previous owner who had a big back box on it. This is mine here, my welding, which is starting to get better. As you can see, this corner here, up in here, has all been re-welded. All this has been redone. All this was missing. There's a patch up here as well. All this was gone, so that's been re-welded and done. So hopefully it'll last quite a while now. So far I'm pretty pleased with how it's come out. These cars aren't well known for lasting very long at all, but we paid such little price for it, it's worth going on. I'm going to give the whole car a buff to make it look really nice when she drives it. Yeah, so I'll keep you all updated how we're getting on. This is General Mechanic, signing off.